Boom, 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 boom. Hi, this is Gabriel. I just wanted to share a few things that I've been ruminating about with you, namely nerdcore hip hop specifically. First of all, I've been kind of wondering, what exactly is it? Well, first of all, you got to understand who you're talking about when you're talking about nerds. We're not talking about acne covered social misfits chilling in their parents' basement well into their 30s. We're not talking about the humorless dorks posited in screwball 80s comedies who just need a fun loving normal to bring them out of their shells. Unless you're talking about Real Genius, because that movie was the shit. We're simply talking about people who went in for different things with their lives. If I can quote last year's stats for a particular baseball player, most people would consider me a baseball fan, but otherwise completely normal. If I start to mention something about my juicer ninja, people's eyes glaze over. In these days where cool means watching the day-to-day life of your favorite star, then emulating them, society's rolled around to the point where geekish behavior is cool, just not geekish pursuits. But I digress. We're talking about a group of people just as exposed to popular culture as everyone else, but less prone to abandon something when it becomes unpopular. People whose idea of cool was heavily influenced by hip hop and by Metal Gear Solid, Transformers, and D&D, and they're not bothered by the juxtaposition. Which I guess brings us to the next point. Nerdcore is not a joke. Just because it's funny doesn't mean that they're not serious. Just because you used to watch cartoons back in the day doesn't mean you're in on the joke all of a sudden. I'm not being an ass saying that you have no right to listen, blah, blah, blah. Of course you can listen all you want. Buy the CDs, revel in it. That's great. What I'm saying is that nerdcore music is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lifestyle. Hell, there's actually a whole lot of lifestyles attached to it. And if you dig it, that's cool. But be aware that it exists for us, not for you to get a chuckle from the funny rapping nerds. That being said, I'm more inclusive than a lot of people, and I'll be covering anything that I consider nerdcore, from the PC-driven rhymes of Lead Geek beats to the computer science of MC++ and the empty set, otaku like Ultra Clystron to the more familiarly themed, for most people, Optimus Rhyme. If your music is influenced by cartoons, RPGs, gaming, science, math, literacy, or anything along those lines, it doesn't matter if it's the subject of every song or not, just as long as it's there. If you put it out there without apology and acknowledge that that's part of your life, then as far as I'm concerned, that's nerdcore, and that's what I'll be covering. Again, I'm Gabriel, and I'll be back tomorrow with news.